All right, so where we're at is we've identified a property through Zillow. We've gone through and we verified that the property A is not listed with an agent. B, we've got the homeowner's information. We went back to Zillow, we got the homeowner's phone number. And C, we found that it's there's no goofiness about it. So it's a legit property. So sometimes you'll see like weird stuff, like it might be an LLC. We can go over how to tackle that in a few, but so we decided to do that. We're going to go back to our letters, and we're going to start dialing these things in. And what we want to do is, again, like I said, my first one is an introductory paragraph. My name is Chris Bianco. I'm a real estate agent specializing in listings in Scottsdale. That I might edit. I will work Central Phoenix a lot, so I'm cognizant of making sure if I'm working a property in Central Phoenix, a FSBO, then I want to make sure I'm working I'm a specialist in Central Phoenix, exactly. So I'll edit that piece. On Zillow, I know it's something I can help you sell. In the upcoming weeks, I will be sending you information on how to best market your home without a real estate professional. I've studied the FSBO market and success rates for over 15 years. I've even written a book on how to do it for Sale by Owner Guide. It is a challenge, as you know, but the information will help you perform at your best. All I ask, if you get frustrated with the process or results, please, I would love an opportunity to interview for the listing. There's my call to action piece. Okay, so then again, so here we go. Some current market trends for your home in Scottsdale. Again, that might be a piece I'm editing, and then I'll go in here, and this is the piece that I'm mostly editing. A few things I noticed in your area: there's a lot of activities in your subdivision, which is outstanding. Your market is extremely hot and picking up even more momentum. Within the past 6 months, one home is closed, and so that's where I'll start editing. On that particular piece, we noticed that five pieces of property are moving around in there. I might say something to the effect of, you have a really stable market, very few properties come up for sale. When they do, they tend to sell relatively quickly. So I might edit that with something in that kind of language, that type of thing. Okay. The other thing too is I'm going to put stats in there. Last 6 months, we know that 4 have closed and 1 is active. Okay, so I might put some language in there, which is outstanding for your market. It's extremely hot and picking up even more momentum. Within the last 6 months, 1 home is closed. I would switch that up to 4 has closed, and currently 1 is active with an 8% increase. So I might do some research on this particular one I did. I did some research looking back and seeing what did they sell for this time last year, and then I calculated, that this particular property, Tom and Nita Silva, home, their market has had an 8% increase. So I threw some language in there. This is outstanding, knowing that Maricopa County average is 5%. Statistically, 93% of Zillow's for sale by owners will drop their price. True. This data is a little old, so it could be more or less, but it's right in there. That is at one point 4 or 5 years ago true. Okay. Will drop their price. Please do not drop your price on Zillow before talking with me. I'm sending you neighborhood comps so you have the most updated information available. I will call you next week to follow up with this letter. Thank you for your time. So that's the piece that takes the most amount of time, right? So once I get that piece done, and then I simply go through the whole package, again, fold this up with a quick CMA, and then I'm pumping that into an envelope with my business card. Always, always, always put a return address, because not all of them get to the home, so you don't want to be wasting postage. So I'll put a return address on it. I have a stamp upstairs. If you're tired of writing that, I'll put a stamp in there. And then down here somewhere, I might hand write something. We talked a little bit about that. I always do, to make the letter not look canned. So I might put in there, whatever, Tom and Nita Silva. Tom and Nita, I look forward to talking with you next week, and seeing what we can do. Or maybe I'll preview what I'm sending them next week. Next week I'll send out a letter that talks about how to best market your property. Blah, 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 something to that effect. So something handwritten. And I've even gone so far as to overthink it, but what if I spelled something wrong? Then they know it's not canned, right? Or something like that. So anyway.
Or they think you're
stupid. Right, yeah. So again, like I said, I might be overthinking it. The next piece is the 20-point marketing plan. So this is pretty basic stuff. We're going to take 50 to 75 quality digital photos of your home and the surrounding areas of attraction. Item number 2, create a video, a virtual tour of the home, and post it on your real estate website and YouTube channel. I haven't been on my YouTube channel in a long time, so I will have to resurrect that. But anyway, create a compelling description of the property, including bullet points. So, that's in the listing. We're going to make the public remarks in the listing good. We're going to make bullet points on the flyers because people are attracted to bullet points. Short. Trying to get them with the attention span. Identify, focus, feature highlights of the homes. Very true. So we talk a lot about with our listings how we want to stack our photos and those types of things. The best features are out front. And then verify accuracy of it, enter the data on the MLS office, blah, 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 blah. So I'll send them this. Hey, Tom, hey, Nada, it's good, this is what we do on and right down here, this is what I'll put. And again, here's your call to action. If you'd like to discuss a custom detailed marketing plan for your home, please give me a call. I would love an opportunity to become your next best real estate professional. Again, make that your own. But down in here, I will absolutely write a handwritten note in there and say, hey, Tom, Nita, maybe there's 6 or 8 or 10 of these items that you can incorporate into your listing on Zillow. Good luck with it. I'll reach out to you next week. And so it's a little handwritten piece right there. Again, uncanning kind of a canned letter. And it is kind of canned. So that's what I'll do. So then, and I try and get 2 of these out a week. Maybe you're doing your Zillows on Mondays and Thursdays, so they're getting 2 pieces. They're getting something on Tuesdays and Saturdays or something like that. And they're starting to recognize you. They're starting to recognize the logo. They're starting to see the handwritten envelopes. They're starting to recognize you. And of course, those business cards are important. So item number 2 drop is this letter. Fold it up, business card, send it straight out. Have a great day. Boom. And again, I'll pre-print this all when I pull the first Zillow. So on that day I'm doing Zillows, literally, what I try and focus on is I'm going to add 5. I'm going to search Zillow for 5 new ones, and then those are going to take me a half an hour each to do. So I got 2.5 hours worth of work on that. But then what I do is I know I got 20 over here. All I got to do is fold, lick, and stamp. We're out the door because I pre-printed all of it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that's what I do. Then we talk about number 2 thing. Okay, so when I built this package, a couple things I'll talk a little bit about are some of the big things that sellers struggle with. And one of the things is, and it just came up with Todd. Todd is trying to procure a listing upstairs, and this particular seller, his big complaint was he had this thing on the market 4.5 months and heard from his agent 4 times. So, and that's a big problem, lack of communication between agent and seller. I never hear from them. They threw it on the MLS and walked away. I don't know. So I thought, what a great plan to put in a 30-minute callback guarantee. So that's what this piece is. So, in this piece, it's, hey, our goal is to provide the industry's best and highest service for all clients. It's important to us that we provide the answers to the questions that you need when you need them the most. To ensure that we accomplish the goals, we are committed and available to talk with, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So here's the deal. If I don't call you back within 30 minutes or return a text, I'll let you have a listing back if that's what you want to do. So it's a guarantee. And then in here, I just put in here, again, a kind of a simple, real quick, Tom and Nita, this is one of the top 3 reasons why sellers get frustrated with their agents. Okay? Lack of communication. This is our promise to you. So I'll handwrite that in there and sign it, and off it goes with a business card, right? So the next piece is the 3 Ps. And again, this piece is pretty good. I always felt like if you had the 3 Ps in line, price, product, and promotion, you could sell anything. So an example of that would be if I had an acre that backed to a sewage treatment plant and sided to a city dump, somebody paid $50 for that acre, So price can fix the product, that type of thing. So price, product, and promotion, okay? So the 3 Ps, one of the things that we do is and this is, again, it's a 2-page check sheet. I think there's 28 items in here to make sure that the house is physically marketed properly and some incentives weren't created. So again, was the sign used? Yes or no? And so I entice the seller to circle the things, if you had a bad experience with an agent, circle the things that they did do and circle the things that they didn't do, and then don't circle anything if you're not sure they did it because they didn't call you, right? Or they didn't let you know. So was the home listed on the MLS? Of course. Was the home listed on the listing office's website? All of ours are on Weichert.com, of course. Was the home listed on national website? Weichert.com is a national website, you bet, so we can say yes to that. Was your home properly photographed? Again, we go back to, now, again, I had you guys will crack up on this. I had a lady call me up on a house I sold 2 years ago, okay? The agent calls me up and says, hey, Chris. I said, yeah. She says, hey, listen, I'm getting ready to sell a house that you sold to my client 2 years ago. I was a listing agent, and I didn't represent the buyer. And I said, okay. And it's out in Santan. And she said, listen, what do you think if, would you be up for, selling me the pictures of, and I ended up selling her the pictures because I guess the lady doesn't live real well. The house is unphotographable. I said, sure, sell them to you. So keep in mind, and then what happened was, and this was classic, so what happened was she said, how much? I said, well, I spent $200 on them, I'll give them to you half off, they're used, $100. And she goes, $100? She goes, can I just take them off the MLS? Well, I believe the MLS is encoded the pictures now, so you can't copy them anymore. And so I said, first of all, they're property of mine, and it's a little ambiguous, but they're property of mine and possibly, or the photographer, or one or the other, or both. And I said, so you can't do that. And she said, well, would you do it for 50? And I said, no, and I don't think you can copy them off the MLS anymore. I think they've encoded them, so you can't do that. So anyway, it couldn't help but think, here's a lady, she's shocked, $100 for a set of 25 stills that are professionally done. And I'm thinking to myself, you're just one of those people that takes the photos with your cell phone, aren't you?
Of course.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, want to make sure that the home was properly photographed. Yeah. Anyway, I sold them to her for $100.
You did.
Yes. It was a flyer made to distribute through the neighborhood. So we talked about doing our direct mail and that kind of stuff, walkabouts, what we call walkabouts a lot, or door hangers or whatever. Was there other neighborhood marketing used? So you can do some like neighborhood papers, Central Phoenix, or some of these subdivision papers. Also, a lot of these bigger subdivisions have their own websites. You can list properties on those websites sometimes. So that's what we're referring to there. Was the home protection plan offered? So sometimes with a stale listing, you can go in there and offer a home warranty, so to kind of boost the listing and get those things going there. Was there a full commission offered to the buyer's agent? So they have an opportunity anyway to go through all these. There's 2 pages of them. There's 28 items. And again, visit our website to see